Last night, the Columbus Crew beat Toronto FC 2-0 in Columbus. They are the winners of the latest Trillium Cup match. This was the 11th consecutive sellout at lower.com. Yeah, remember when MLS wanted to leave the market and they had to get out of here and the business metrics didn't make sense to keep the Crew in town? Yeah, I mean, Columbus fans do, and they certainly remember what Michael Bradley had to say about it back in 2017. He was booed relentlessly every time he touched the ball, which is something that I'm definitely all here for. There was also a fan confrontation with Bradley after the match where somebody asked to take a picture with him, and then as the picture was being taken, flipped him off. They exchanged some not nice words back and forth, but that was essentially the long and short of it. Not a huge deal, but still, there is some animosity there. I mean, if you insult a fan base and that the team of that fan base sticks around, they might hold a grudge a little bit afterwards. Who knows? This was also the second consecutive clean sheet for the Crew, which, Toronto FC is at the bottom of the MLS East table, so they're having a rough season, but still, it's definitely nice to see back-to-back nils for the other team when giving up goals, especially late in clutch moments, has been a bit of an issue for the Crew the past couple of years, including this season. This was the first starts for Diego Rossi and Rudy Camacho in the Crew. They had their debuts as, they were subbed in against FC Cincy. Wilfried Nancy returning to his regular duties following his MLS suspension being up after the Cincy match. Toronto early in the match getting some chances here and there. However, a giveaway by Toronto in the 16th minute gave the Crew the momentum back in the match, and that would carry over into the 21st minute where a Darlington Nagbe shot was initially saved. However, Diego Rossi would pounce on the rebound and he got his first goal. Toronto FC defender maybe being a bit slow to the ball there, but good on Rossi for being able to track that down and get the rebound shot to where the goalkeeper couldn't get it and to where, just right in the net. Toronto almost immediately equalized it, but it went off of the woodwork, so the Crew getting a lucky break just a little bit after their goal. And the Crew having a couple of good header chances off of some nice crosses, but they were just a little bit off here and there, and the score would remain 1-0 heading into halftime. So the Crew looking for another goal at the start of the second half, just couldn't really convert on their chances early on. Rossi with another shot that went wide. The Crew just kind of missing the net on some of their shots. If not, then their keeper for Toronto would save it. They were giving themselves possession, keeping the momentum, just not really able to hammer home a lot of their chances. Crew doing a really good job of keeping Toronto's attack and possession to a bare minimum, trying to make sure those defensive lapses don't happen. As we were getting close to stoppage time, Patrick Schulte would find Jason Russell-Rowe streaking down the pitch after he was subbed in, and his shot went off of Toronto defender's outstretched legs, out of the keeper's reach to put the match on ice almost in stoppage time in the 88th minute. 2-0. That is his consecutive match with a late goal. I will always take those to have for insurance, because with the goals and with the Crew and how they've kept leads late, you can never have too many goals. So after the match, winning 2-0, the Crew have climbed to 5th in MLS East with 42 points, and 4th through 2nd are at 43, so the Crew could be climbing up pretty soon. However, 2nd and 3rd place have played one less match, than the Crew, so it's a bit of a fool's gold 1-point deficit, but still. The Crew, something interesting about the game, the Crew had a 6th substitute in this one due to Toronto FC getting an extra substitute for a concussion-related issue, so I saw there was maybe some misconstruencies about that, the Crew getting an extra sub because Toronto got an extra sub. And for the Crew, their next match is Wednesday on the road against the Houston Dynamo. They actually won't be back in Columbus until September 20th against the Chicago Fire. But yeah, the Crew got a nice solid 2-0 win yesterday. Again, it was against a pretty bad team this season, but that is something you have to beat the teams that are on the schedule, and when you have a team like Toronto FC coming in at home, you have to get 3 points, and the Crew did that in a pretty convincing fashion. It was only 2-0, but there could have been a lot more goals that the Crew just kind of missed their shots on. But that's going to be it for this video. Thank you for watching. If you did make it this far into it, let me know down in the comments below what you thought about this match. Leave a like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video and you would like to see more like it, and I will see you at the next one.